Hey, it's Jen. You can find me on Instagram at NotSoMysticalTarot or NotSoMysticalTarot.com for all the stuff we're going to talk about here in a minute. This video is going to be a little bit different than what we usually do. I don't know how many of you know this, but I have been working on my own deck for quite a bit now, and I think a lot of you do know this. Because I've gotten so many questions of when will it be done? Where is it? Can I have one? Whatever. So it's finally here after 3 proofs, and which I don't think is too bad. And different finishes and card stocks and all these things. It's finally done and it's here. I don't know how many of you know, but I used to be a teacher. So for me, I love, you watch me read and you know I always explain the cards. This means this means that. If this with this means this. I always explain the cards to you. And I want everyone to kind of feel the joy I feel when I read, and I want to help you learn to understand the cards on your own. So this deck actually does that, and it just kind of evolved this way. It's a very different deck than what you're probably used to. The really good thing is it follows the Rider-Waite very, very closely. So if you've never read before, then you can pick up this deck and you really can learn how to read tarot. If you've been reading forever, like me or some of the other people that you maybe follow on YouTube or Instagram, you can also pick this deck up and instantly be able to read with it. It's designed in such a way that it forces your own intuition to kick right in. And that's the thing. That's how you learn, is when you feel something. When something makes you feel, that's how you learn. And I don't know, this deck just sort of kind of started happening, and once it started I couldn't stop it. It's funny, years ago I started doing yoga. Like, I'm no yoga queen, okay? You know this. If you know me, you know this. But the one thing that always struck with me was they talked about having ease. Like, it shouldn't be this like painful, hideous, difficult, tedious process. There should be a feeling of ease and release and comfort and joy and fun. And this is what the Not So Mystical Tarot deck is about. So I'm just going to show it to you because you don't want to listen to me talk about it. It's going to come in its own little soft velvety bag. And what's really cool is this does not have a guidebook. So a lot of times you get a deck that's got this really, either a book that's really tiny and you're trying to like flip through it as you put the cards down, and you're like, what was I doing? And you're flipping through this little book, and you're trying to figure out what these cards mean. Or it's got a really big book it's got very long descriptions, and I think sometimes that's really enjoyable. But a lot of people, if you're like a little impatient like me, you're like, what does this mean? Like, can I move on? It's like when you're like sitting having coffee and you want to just pull a couple cards and see like what your day's going to be like, or what that conversation last night was really about, that kind of thing. You really don't want to have an hour-long thing to just find these little simple questions out. It's like, it makes it a lot easier to just like pull it into your regular routine of your day and like give you some serious benefit versus like stressing you out and freaking you out and making you feel like you will never understand. When I first got the Rider-Waite deck, I was like, what is this? It just didn't click for me, but I think this will click for a lot of people. So anyway, when you get this deck, um, it comes in the nice little thing, and you pull it out, and these cards are going to be in this order. There's a card first that's called Create Your Process. So this is just a real quick little read, and it just gives you an idea of how to create a process that works for you, a way to kind of get yourself into your intuition. And this can be like a 30-second process. This doesn't have to be a lot of, I always call it the woo-woo. And I love the woo-woo, don't get me wrong, but we don't always have time for that, like, all the time. So then the next card is a card that's called Using the Guide Cards. And what I've done is just given you five, or I think there might be 6. Maybe I have an extra one. Yeah. There's 5 guide cards in here that you just lay along the side of your your spread when you decide you're going to do some work. And like there's one that just has all the majors, and there is a bonus card to this deck. I'm not going to show you that because if you know me, this card is like really not so mystical, but it's really great. But it's part of the like joy and surprise of the deck. But anyways, so the majors are on this card, so like you could just kind of like set them right next to you. You know, if we were like reading at a table, you would just lay them flat right along the table. But you got the majors, then you've got your wands, right? And this gives you, you can just lay this right out. You've got your pentacles. Maybe I can get that to sit in there. And then you've got your swords and your cups. So it's really simple. I mean, you just can lay these cards off to the side, and then when you pull a couple of cards, you can go, oh, I have the, you know, two of swords. Let me look up and see what that means. Oh, I've got this. And the definitions are very succinct and to the point. So they give you like this is what this means, but you feel the card, feel the picture, and because once you get the meaning and you feel the way that card makes you feel, you'll never forget it anyways. I do include a little cute card that has like all different spreads for you to try on it if you want to. Some people really like, I'll put it up here so you can see. Some people really like these different spreads because they kind of give them a place to start, and that's totally fine. I mean, if you just want to lay your cards down and read them like a story, that's really cool too. As you go through, there's a lot, they're really different. If you go to my Instagram, you'll see a lot of the different cards. You've got here, like this one of my favorites, the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles, I always say she's got it all together, right? Like she's like that mom that has like the cubbies with the backpack that hangs and the lunchbox that matches the backpack and it's labeled and the boots and the coat. Like, you know, she's that mom, the cookie mom. She's got a job. She's like a CEO. She manages the house. Her house is clean. Her kids are in order. Like her life, she has got it going on. The Queen of Pentacles, she does it all and she does it well and she keeps balanced. And I love that about her. So, but when you see that card, that's exactly what you get. And what's really cool is I've shown a lot of the images for these cards to people who do not read tarot but are interested in. Honest to God, they spit me back the exact definition of the Rider-Waite. So that's why it's been so great, because I'm like, okay, people get this. They get this, and it's not hard. Let me see if I can go through. I will tell you, here's a favorite one of mine, the Nine of Cups. Like, how fabulous is she, right? She feels really great. People notice her. She's confident. She's strong. She feels loved. She's got a lot of self-love, and I love how that feels. I want to show you another really quick thing that I always forget to tell everybody. Not all of the major arcanas, but most of them represent one of the, if I could find one, they represent one of the sun signs. So let me find one here and I'll give you an idea. All of the majors that represent a sun sign have that hidden on their card. Jeez, okay. Like here we've got the Lovers. The Lovers represents Gemini. It always represents Gemini. Hidden on the card, you'll find this. I don't know if you can see it. You'll find this. This right here is the symbol for Gemini. It might be a little hard in this light, but it helps you learn that too, which is really cool. It helps you learn which cards are the symbols for what. Like the Chariot right here. The Chariot is the symbol for Cancer. See the little symbol, see the little Cancer symbol right there? So you get to learn these things. You're like, oh, okay, Chariot, symbol for Cancer. I remember that. Water energy. You know, it's just more. Here's another one. Oh, the bonus card's down there. I'm not showing you that. That shows you the Strength card. And the Strength card is representational of Leo, right? The lion. And what do you have hidden in the sun? There he is. So that's the really cool thing about this deck is that it teaches you without teaching you. It's kind of subconscious. I think you'll get a real lot out of it. Another favorite card people really seem to like is the Moon, and the Moon is about things appearing not quite, you know, as they are in real life. You know, there probably aren't a lot of purple and pink tigers, but it looks pretty cool. Down here, you'll see the fish. I don't know if you can see it so well, but there's like a swirly symbol of the fish, and that is the symbol for Pisces. So it's just really kind of pulls it all together and makes it so much easier to understand. I don't know. I guess leave me some comments. I want to thank you all so much for having faith in me and for pushing me to finish this project when I really didn't know if I could finish it all the way to the end, but here we are. I just would like to thank you all so much for your support. You have no idea how much it makes me happy to know that you guys want to grow yourselves also. And I just do want you to know this is available for pre-order starting in September. There is no Kickstarter for this. It's completely self-funded. For many reasons, some people use Kickstarter and it works great for them. I get that. I'm not a huge fan of it at this point, so I'm just not going to do it. I was able to self-fund this, and that's been a huge blessing. But there is a coupon code. If you go to the website to pre-order, I plan on having it shipped in October. So we'll pre-order through September, we'll ship them in October, and the code is fall 2020, FALL 2020. And I'll put this on the webpage, and I will put this also on my Instagram, and definitely follow me on Instagram because you'll get a lot of updates on what's going on. I'll show you lots more of the cards. I didn't want to make this long, but you know, I'll try to show you. Here's another card that I really love, the Three of Cups, one of my favorite cards. Just gives you that feeling of like vibing with your tribe, right? Or the Ten of Cups, like how can anything be bad when you have a rainbow of cupcakes? Nothing can be bad then. It's just, I don't know. I think you'll really get a lot out of this. I'm really interested to hear your thoughts. And like I said, if you head to my Instagram, which is Not So Mystical Tarot, I think that will show you a lot of the deck and a lot of how it reads, and you'll be able to see if it's something that identifies with you or something that you feel might be really beneficial to your practice. Whether you are a brand new tarot reader or a forever tarot reader, this is a great way to just kind of throw some more learning in and just really have a lot of fun in the process. So again, thank you all so much. Don't forget to find that discount code fall 2020 and use it, please. And that's my thank you to you. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.